Hello everyone and welcome to Season 1. Today we're watching Orient, Episode 7. Last episode, what did we have? We had them finally leaving the town. Kusameda Ben, I believe was her name. And they were taking Tsugumi with them. So now they had the third party member. I don't think they'll have any more party members. Also going by the whole Magi thing, like it was usually the trio. So I imagine we're gonna stay with that. After that, we had her trying to come to terms with becoming friends with them, something that she never really did with anyone outside the Kusameda band, which took a very weird turn, considering the very weird advice from her sister. If you don't know what to do, strip. What? But at the end of the day, when she finally explained everything, they accepted her and like, what are you doing? We're already friends. So that worked out. Now they're finally like a cohesive unit. After that, while they were going through the trip, Musashi caught a Oni trying to eat Kojiro's katana, and he went after it, but he couldn't defeat it with his metal staff, and it actually broke. But then he ended up meeting a guy with a bunch of blades, which allowed him to borrow one. When he took it, like energy went into him. Maybe he felt like crystals were popping out of him, probably the Kitetsu energy, and then he did a beam slash basically and cut it. And he learned that that was a Kitetsu blade, and Tsugumi afterwards explained that Kitetsu blades are the only thing that can cut a Oni and Kishi. So then they went after the Kitetsu blades, because she also mentioned you can just buy them. And they found a place for a bunch of people, some people selling stuff. But Kojiro raised a good point. They even have money for it. So I'm not sure how they're going to acquire one. Maybe they're going to do a quest and end up receiving it as a reward. Or maybe something going to happen. They'll gain it out of nowhere or something. I don't know. Before we start, I'm gonna talk about that guy with the blades. I don't think we ever got his name. And then there's the girl with the fox mask. The two of them, it seems like they're mercenaries. So maybe we'll find them again. Maybe they'll be on our side. Maybe we'll be against them. Who knows? But he has a lot of Kitetsu blades, and they appear like this. So they are pretty powerful and fast. You don't really know much more about them though. As a reminder, this is a timer reactor, which means you sync up your own version of mine and we'll watch it together. I'll try to add some scenes here and there, but don't expect too much. With that being said, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, they're selling Kitetsu blades. No, just Kitetsu. Crystallized Kitetsu power. Horsepower, huh? It's an auction. Yeah, apparently Bushis are gather up in these places. The way we got in the beginning, it felt like they were gonna be much rarer, but Kitetsu is the currency. Oh, it's auctions, and they're big draws. So, how much Kitetsu do you guys have anyway? Oh, apparently she has a small bag. And technically, Musashi does have some Kitetsu in him, because he gained from defeating that small Oni. I'm not sure if he can bring that out to pay it. We'll have to see. And I don't think Kojiro has any. I forgot the name of that first group. And there's that blade, the great sword. And now we have an idea about those crystals popping out, the Kitetsu popping out of him. And then there's those two. Yeah, Shiza has Fox Max in. There was a Fox Tail, which I don't know if it's part of her or part of the outfit. It still bothers me that Kitetsu. I forgot what's Kitetsu mount. Like the bike in this Fieldo area. And they're paying for food already. What is the name of your band? Yeah. Yeah, he seems a little drunk, so. Yeah, they. Mm-hmm. What's of Kojiro there? I guess it's to think about the whole. Her dream to go home. I would guess Musashi, but like Kojiro is the more strategic and smart one. Yeah, like. But yeah, Musashi's just fine. Like, eh. Both are their family names. So we're the Kanemaki band. Yeah, he's all showy off, be competitive, but oh, that's nice. Like, that's cute. But yeah, so Kojiro's gonna be the captain because he's the one actually strategizes and thinks. I kind of forgot what's his last name though. But do they have enough? Really? Aren't lacking some clothes there, miss? Oh yeah, he's into older woman. Oh, shoot, one of the Smiths. Yeah, yeah, because he likes older women. Oh, really? I guess it makes sense. Hmm. Yeah, they're gonna need two blades. Because only Tsugumi has a Kitetsu blade. Uh, oh, there's the one. There's the one that Musashi has. Is that the one you're gonna go with? Oh, really? Guess Emma's Odachi. Oh, Emma. That's a blade. Vorpal Cherry Blossom. Both 1/6 ally.
競りはまだか。どうすりゃいいんだ。
普通の競りだと思ってるのかい？刀の塚を握ってみな。
Ah, the blade is gonna pick them because their whole that's going to them like he had before. Exactly. This sword's trial. Look at that. They're all doing it.
競うのは武士としての資質なんだよ。これはいわば鬼鉄刀が己の主を選ぶ。
Yeah, exactly. The blade choosing its master. This is actually the second time Musashi's going through this. Suddenly a narrator. Come on, Kojiro. You can do this.
何かが体中を駆け巡るその際に過去の出来事を見せられたと体験者はことごとく語る。走馬灯を伴ういわば臨死体験のようなこの儀式
The near-death experience. There's the Kitetsu. And there's the blue light.
剣士の全身からは奇跡の羽が出現す
The
る。
wings of glowing stone. And he completed the trial. And there's also somebody else with the blue energy. Well, good job. Yeah, see, there's green, all different colors, other people passing. Has anyone failed? Can we see anyone failing? Yeah, you have blue, Tsugumi has green. Color of their
武士が
soul.
その身に宿す魂には色があるんだよ。
Is there any... There is.
刀身に含む鉱物の種類によって様々に輝きを変えるようにね。全部で5色。
Uh-huh.
それによって鬼鉄刀で発揮できる力
That's
も
because there's different powers. Mm-hmm. And what kind of powers does each color mean? Of course. And red's gonna be special or something? At least... Wait, you want to have the least... Did she say you want to have the least people with red? Or at least someone with red? I missed it. A very important difference, though. But we know Musashi's red. And Tsugumi's green. Are we seeing a bit more about Musashi's past? Oh, is the master. Is Kojiro's dad.
あの時の
Surprising that Musashi's going through this, not Kojiro. Oh, and Kojiro did not have any of this.
なんだ。なんて言ったんだおやつだ。
And this is quite a bit higher level than the Kitetsu Blade he wielded before. Maybe that's why that guy was saying like that Kitetsu Blade was not really all that worth it. Black ball of yarn. It's gonna form to him. No, a woman. Who's that woman?
なんだろう。何か懐かしい感
Is
じ
she
が
your
する。
mom? She's saying something, but I guess you can't really
なん
hear.
か言ってるのか
Yeah.
聞こえねえぞ。
I do think that's supposed to be his mom. Because we never seen his parents, and she feels familiar, warm. She's hugging him. And what happened there? Don't need. In a weird way, it is something a mother would say, like a bad mother. On his face, this is black. Um,
黒だ。
秘密人
he's forsaken. Like they don't even know that. Is he still trying? Or what's going on? He's trying different blades? Yeah, 6 swords.
残念だけど赤毛くんは季節刀を使えないよ。
Wait, but
使えない
he
どういうことだよ。
he used one
魂
before.
の色が黒く炭化したものはどんな季節刀にも意味嫌われ拒絶されちまう。
Oh, burnout color black.
意味人なんだ。
This is the presence of every color.
でも頑張れば季節刀を使えるようになるんだろ。そうだろ。
Like it hurts or just hearing him say that.
無理なんだ。
And there's about the title. This really just raised a bunch of questions. Like, wasn't it red? And didn't he wield the Kitetsu Blade before? And like he was so excited about the dream and everything. And they're telling him like he has to give up on becoming a Bushi.
季節刀を使えねえやつは武士じゃねえ。鬼退治ができねえからな。
Yeah.
鬼と戦えねえ武士団の団員は城の中で畑や馬の世話をしながら生きるんだ。
落ち込むな坊主。それも立派な
Like they are all feeling sad for him. They were trying to motivate him. Except the first guy. The first guy was just... Oh, and that dream they had since little. A while ago. But yeah. Sure, suddenly popping up. Is this a Kishin? A Kishin. Just to rub it on Musashi's face because he can't defeat it. Oh no, that's a lesser Oni. Kishin is actually up top.
なんでだあん時だってあんまり怖くなかったの
But it's because now you know that you can't defeat it. The horn that you can't.
分かってるからだ
Yeah, exactly. Because now you know the
こいつを
truth.
倒すことはできねえそれが分かってるから
And Kojiro's there now with a Kitetsu Blade. Are you gonna finally get a new move? Actual move, rather? That that Oni became smaller. Kind of hurts that Musashi was the one that was most excited about their dreams. Like, it's both of their dreams, but Musashi was the one that most excited about it. And he even reconvinced Kojiro to go back to it. Yet Kojiro is the one that can do it, while Musashi is unable to reach his dream. Look at that. They're thinking him like it's such a different feeling.
こいつのおかげだ
Yeah, because now he can fight.
こいつがあれば俺は誰かを助けて人に感謝されることができる
He's-
今まで
Yeah, because back then everyone was against Bushi.
これが鬼退治鬼退治なのか
Yeah, well, he's being able to experience that. Musashi's experiencing the opposite. Come out. Don't rub it in his face. Oh, she's also blue. She was talking about like a quarter of their people being blue, but she's also blue. And Tsugumi, I didn't see you fighting. Just in his face. He never celebrated? Yay! Look at that. He's being happy. Everyone celebrating him. Yeah, Musashi's having to stay outside this time. Oh. Yeah, being left out. Well, look at that. They're all celebrating, and he's the one
分かったぞ
out looking from the outside.
あの場所に俺も一緒にいたかったんだ
Oh.
でも
Like, I questioned that stuff, but that I mentioned before, but it hurts. Yeah, it was in the middle of the excitement, and then remember Musashi. Like, it hurts. Yes, instead of trying to console him, leaving him to his own thoughts, I guess. Oh. You intrigue me. I'm very curious on how he's gonna be able to fight. Like that sword from before. Like, I don't know if... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now he's thinking about that.
元気
Oh, speak of which...
あんたは見てたぜ君の刀の試しを黒い陶器を出して大変そうだったななんだよバカにしに来たの
Yeah. Are they gonna talk about that whole thing about the Kitetsu Blade he used before?
言いに来たんだよ
Oh.
君の居場所は
I knew
俺
what...
たちの隣だよ
Oh. Well then, so that happened. So the guy is already back into the story. And apparently he's also a black aura. Black soul? I don't remember if it's called an aura or soul. And even though he has a bunch of Kitetsu Blades. And Musashi remember the Kitetsu Blade he used earlier. Which is actually the same day. So maybe next episode they're gonna talk about that. How he was able to use that one and everything. And that guy's gonna try to convince him to join them. Since he's also a black aura. And maybe the girl with him is also. Meanwhile, Kojiro and Tsugumi are gonna fight the Kishi in the mountain. But yeah, they intrigued me. I had no idea how he's gonna be able to wield the Kitetsu Blade. Even that blade that was in the auction, which he has in the opening. So that's gonna be solved in this little arc right now, because he's gonna get that blade somehow. Because I have a hard time believing we're gonna go around and come back get that blade.
日記だ何々
Okay.
お父さんみたいな武蔵君とお母さんみたいな小次郎君と出会えて
つぐみはとても良かったです泣かせるな
二人ともとても汗臭いです足も
That was great. And we're back. So first let's talk about that end credit scene, the Petite Orient or whatever we're gonna call it. Like, that was kind of funny and adorable. Like, she sees Musashi as a father and Kojiro as the caring and hardworking mother, and Musashi as a father. But they're still guys and have BO, and she's on a bike with them, so that's something to look out for. And that's something they should be more conscious about now, especially for a girl in the group. But now let's go back to the episode. So there's the whole sword auction, but it's not really an auction. It's more like challenges that they have to complete. A challenge they have to complete where the sword picks a master. Everyone looks at the swords, and after a while they everyone goes to the sword that they were interested in and try to do the trial. If they pass it, they're now the owner of the blade. And there's the 5 different souls: the white, red, blue, green, and yellow. We kind of saw Musashi being red on last episode on that other Kitetsu Blade, but now he's black. Kojiro is blue, Tsugumi is green, Hideo was yellow, but we never seen a white one. I don't remember about the people in the Takeda group. I guess they were blue? Maybe green? No, probably blue. There was blue and maybe red. Yeah. Because they had the whole formation thing and the attack that Musashi stopped. So yeah, I think there were a lot of blues there. So Kojiro passed, so he was now able to wield a Kitetsu Blade and fight the Oni and Kishi and actually have those special stuff going on. Who knows, maybe soon he'll actually get an actual special move. But Musashi had a different thing going. Had trouble because the whole black aura thing. And the trial. Let's go to the trial. So Kojiro kind of had a small glimpse of his past being kind of neglected in the village. And, well, Musashi saw the whole scene of Kojiro's dad getting executed, I guess. Which strange that Musashi had that and not Kojiro. Though, yes, Musashi saw him as a dad as well, but Kojiro had none of that. But then he went to another scene with that whole ball of black yarn. Black. And that woman showed up, which I'm guessing that's his mother, but since we never really seen Musashi's parents, and she seemed familiar, she was warm, the hug was reassuring, but then things got weird as it got all muscly, like Biscuit, and like seemed like she was trying to rip his arms out and saying, "Don't need it." Not sure if she was talking about his arms or if she was talking about she doesn't need him. So that was weird, and then he started to have that black aura after that. And because of that, he was never able to pass the trials. So that... Oh yeah, we also had Kojiro become officially the Bushi band captain, the leader. Like, he's a smart one, strategizes. Like, he's the one that has the last name, and normally the band goes by the leader's last name. Musashi doesn't really never had his parents as far as he can remember. So, never got a last name. So he was totally fine with Kojiro being the leader, even though he's all competitive. And he was all, yeah, as long as we can go after a dream, it's all fine. Well, turns out you can't go after a dream. Because Black Soul just negates it all. And then seeing everyone fighting the Kishin and him not being able to fight and even being left out because he's not able to follow his dream anymore, like, that hurt. But there's a whole thing with that other mercenary guy that we saw last episode, that he also has a black aura, and he seems to be recruiting Musashi to join him. So I imagine next episode we're gonna learn a bit more about the black aura and how Musashi was able to wield the other blade before, and it seems like he had a red aura back then. But yeah, I'm intrigued. So I'm into the next episode. But with that being said, see you next time. Bye.